In 1921 werd Soroptimist International opgericht. Een organisatie die zich wereldwijd inzet om de positie van vrouwen en van meisjes te verbeteren. Inmiddels zijn er wereldwijd meer dan 80.000 Soroptimisten. Maar wie zijn die Soroptimisten nou eigenlijk? Wat doen ze precies? En vooral, waarom zijn juist zij zo belangrijk voor duizenden vrouwen wereldwijd? Om een antwoord te krijgen op deze vragen zijn wij afgereisd naar Kenia. In Nairobi ontmoeten wij Asha Abdulrahman. Asha is al 10 jaar actief bij de Soroptimisten en wil dan ook graag haar verhaal met ons delen.
Soroptimist is a service club for women, and it was formed so that women, professional women, could have a network and talk together and just be sisters and help each other professionally. Organizations like Soroptimist and others are very important because Soroptimist links you from ground level all the way up to international level, to policy level. So for the people on the ground, the women on the ground and the citizens to understand what the policy is all about and get their leaders accountable for. We raise awareness, we talk to the people, and we get to empower the woman on the ground. You don't have to be a teacher or a nurse, because in Africa those are the two jobs which were meant for women. And I believe it's worldwide.
Van 2017 tot 2019 staat bij de Soroptimisten het thema Women, Water en Leadership centraal. De United Nations heeft 17 doelen om de wereld te verbeteren. Dit zijn de Sustainable Development Goals. De projecten binnen dit thema richten zich op 3 van deze centrale doelen. Namelijk verbetering van water en sanitaire voorzieningen, educatie en gendergelijkheid. Asha vertelt ons alvast wat meer over een van deze projecten.
We started working with Mutimingi. With the women of Mutimingi, Mwihoko Women Group. And this was a big project which was covering rainwater harvesting. As Mwihoko, the area in Mutimingi, the groundwater is very saline, it has a lot of salt. So it affects the bodies and the teeth. And the distance which the women took, it took about 6 hours to fetch water. When you go there, please stay with them, learn what they're doing, until you'll understand how a woman lives or a family lives on very basic things.
Volgens Asha zullen wij het werk van de Soroptimisten beter begrijpen als we deze projecten met eigen ogen zien. Daarom vertrekken wij de volgende dag van Nairobi naar Nakuru County, waar ons in het dorp Mutimingi een warm ontvangst wacht.
They had this project. They had problems with water, they had problems, they were on their own, they were not together, were not working together. So the area was really very different. When we came here in 2010, there were no roads. Even getting inside here was not, you couldn't come in here. A lot of things, you can see that the children are healthy, the women are healthy, because now they have water, they don't have to use the river water, which has a lot of fluoride, and their bones are getting weak. They have a training center. There's so much development after we've come here. So we are progressing with them, and Soroptimist is part of the progress of the whole area. With everything we are doing here, the locals have to contribute so that they own it, and it is their idea. We have now 3 water tanks which are full of water. This area is water scarcity area, and they really have to collect a lot of rainwater.
Hier in Mutimingi ontmoeten we Helen. Zij is een van de projectleiders. In gesprek met Helen blijkt al snel hoeveel het werk van de Soroptimisten betekent voor de gemeenschap in Mutimingi.
Sometimes we can even stay for 3 years without rain. So many people, the women around here, most of them were very thin around January, February, March because of walking long distances, looking for water, going over 10 kilometers. And the water they were getting, they were carrying with their backs. And that's why when you get these old people around here, all of them are bedding. Without tanks, we were having a very big problem because we have a seasonal river that cannot continue for the 12 months of the year. The river comes from those hills. When it is not raining on the hills, we will not get water.
When there is no rain, we fetch water here. This is for irrigation. When it is very dry. Yeah.
This is the land the women bought, 2.5 acres. It's a demonstration land, and you can see the crop is doing very well. Each one of the members have their own plants in their own farms, and their pineapples, their vegetables, their fruits, all kinds. We have introduced a lot of variety here, so that the local people here can realize that you can plant, you can get more out of this land.
Dankzij cursussen heeft de Morocco Women Group geleerd hoe ze dit voormalige dorre landschap toch goed kunnen benutten.
In this area, before the project, it was just a dusty land. For the past years, we never expected in this area to get vegetables like these ones. We in our mind, we thought this one, the land is dry, nothing can grow. But because the way they have taught us how to grow the seedlings and transplant them here, what we should use when planting, and how we should weed them, we have seen now the land is of great benefit. The women around here, when you are brought around here by your husband, if ever he's working in a lobby or anywhere else, you are the one to care for those children. And because now, by this time or by this year, we are not bothering our husbands. We don't bother them because we have a lot of things. Even the maize which we have planted in our homes, we can see that we will not consume all of it. We are going to have money after harvesting, because before they had no bank. But from the way we see the maize, we are sure that every woman who belongs to the group, by the end of December, we shall be having over 5,000 and above money.
Het verbouwen van groenten is in zo'n droge omgeving niet vanzelfsprekend. Dankzij het volgen van vele cursussen zijn de vrouwen daar nu wel toe in staat. Deze cursussen krijgen ze natuurlijk niet buiten in de brandende zon.
This center usually come if ever we have something that concerns the community. We discuss matters concerning the women around here. How we are going to improve our standard of living by keeping. We can even call an agriculture officer to come and talk to us on how we are going to improve our farms.
We merken dat de Soroptimisten hier in Mintimingi heel wat hebben losgemaakt. Naast de zekerheid van schoon drinkwater en sanitaire voorzieningen leiden ze de vrouwen ook op en is daar zelfs een trainingscentrum voor. De levensstandaard van deze mensen is ontzettend verbeterd. Maar is dit eigenlijk niet gewoon de verantwoordelijkheid van de regering?
Without it, we did not have anything. Without it. And because now we have this center, it is helping us a lot. Whatever we have put, it is very little effort from the chief or from the government. It is only the Soroptimist that has helped us. The government has not interfered. That one is the work of the chief, to go to the county government, tell them that this is a semi-arid area. But you know, people have different ideas. Sometimes, you know, there are people who don't care about the area. So we, the women of this area, it is that idea which came into our mind that we joined, and you came into it. Now we have gone some steps ahead. We have seen that God has felt mercy on us. We have seen as if something God is thinking about the people around this area, and He has brought angels to support us.
If you are happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you are happy and you know, clap your hand. If you are happy and you know, say amen. Amen. If you are happy and you know, say amen. Amen. If you are happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you are happy and you know, say hello. Hello.
Het valt ons op dat de vrouwen in Minty Mingy allemaal vol lof over Asja spreken. Maar dat Asja zo'n grote rol zou gaan spelen in het leven van andere vrouwen, was in haar jeugd ondenkbaar.
I have grown as a Soroptimist. When I started in 1998, I was very shy. I couldn't talk in front of people. But now I have learned a lot. My background is information technology, but now I can talk with water experts at almost at par. I can talk about agriculture. Now I have learned about agriculture almost at par. So I have grown as a person. I go to the international forums and the people, heads of state, listen to me. Sometimes I look at myself and say, are they really listening to me? Because I was a very shy person. I was one of those children who were brought up abused by a stepmother, but I've grown out of it, and my ego is back. I believe every woman needs that kind of a role model, somebody, a mentor, at whatever age. And I hope I'll also mentor the women here. For me, it gives me personal satisfaction, empowering a woman and making sure a whole community is empowered. And for me also, I have learned so much from them. And you feel that you've got more friends and family this side also. And women projects we have done in Kenya, everywhere you go, they want you to be part of them. And they're really grateful. And when we have children who have succeeded to go to university and come back and tell you, I got to where I am because of Soroptimist, that's the satisfaction you get. I'm very proud because my sons are proud of me. And also the people I associate with are proud of me. So in the end, you have to accept. If everybody is proud of me, there must be something good I'm doing.
Als we één ding te weten zijn gekomen over de Soroptimisten, dan is het wel dat het ene project nog niet is afgerond of de volgende projecten staan alweer in de agenda.
The school which we've just gone to is the school with the disabled children. They have a center where they want to teach the children a craft, so that the children who cannot. Education is not the end of it. You can use your skills. Not all of us are intellectual. Not all of us are supposed to go all the way to university. So they teach them a skill which they can go out and be self-employed.
We bezoeken de St. Mary Primary School. Een school die een plek biedt aan zowel gehandicapte als gezonde kinderen. Asja bezoekt deze school om te kijken of de Soroptimisten ook nog iets voor hen kunnen betekenen.
Integrated school, because we found that when these disabled are left alone, they don't have people to support them, to make them move. So we said we let this school to be an integrated one, whereby we have both who are regular, who are normal, and those who are disabled. For the disabled alone, we feel that they are left away outside. So when they are together with others, they feel that they are wanted and they feel that they are comfortable. Disabled, we lack some equipment and facilities for them to do vocational training. Because like in class, some of them are not good in academic work. So we are thinking whether we are trying to see whether we can get some equipment that we can start from vocational training. Vocational training, they will acquire some skills that they can use later to help them or to better their life when they get out of school. In terms of wheelchairs, they are never enough. So we are also trying to see whether some people can come and help us to provide us with more wheelchairs, because that's the ones that are there are not enough, and the ones that are there are also not in good condition. Majority of them are broken. So when we come to repairing work, we find they are repaired, but after a short time, they are broken again. And always they break because you can see the nature of pavements that we have. They are not in good condition.
Een tekort aan rolstoelen, scheuren in de vloeren van klaslokalen en een tekort aan middelen om de kinderen goed les te kunnen geven. Je zou verwachten dat de overheid hier geld voor vrijmaakt of dat er subsidies bestaan voor gehandicapte kinderen en de scholen die hen opvangen. Die subsidies die zijn er ook wel, maar niet genoeg. Het gebrek aan subsidies komt doordat er in Kenia op papier veel minder gehandicapten geregistreerd staan dan er in werkelijkheid zijn.
The number that the government uses is the number that of the PWDs that are registered under the National Council of People with Disabilities. But there are so many that are not registered. That means if we register them this term now, the number will really rise up. So there is real need for these people to get support. And there's the real need for the government to take the real statistics about the number of the people that are living with the disabilities. And majority of them are actually coming from poor families. That means if a family has such a child and they have low income, it means that child will never have his or her rights. I'm appealing to the government of Kenya at large to make sure that these people are really catered for. Majority, as I said, come from poor families. A family that is earning below $2. How do they survive with these children? Some of them, you find that their saliva comes throughout. Their chests are wet. They lack that love. Monday, I went to visit another one that has been already neglected. And it was all joy for that boy to see a new face in his life. And he was so happy to come out of that room, which was so damp. You know, there was no fresh air. And I could see the happiness in his face. And what my passion is, to see these children enjoy their life. That's why I'm appealing to the government of Kenya to see to it that they really support these children and these families. And that's why I'm going around Machakos County collecting the data as it should be, not just the numbers that are there.
Irene heeft haar leven in het teken gesteld van gehandicapte kinderen een goed bestaan garanderen. Maar St. Mary Primary School is niet de enige school waar vergeten kinderen een plekje kunnen krijgen. We reizen met Asja 80 kilometer verder. Daar staat de Kankundu Primary School. Op deze school is het grote doel om blinde kinderen dezelfde kansen te geven op een plek in de maatschappij als ziende kinderen.
You are most welcome to Kangundo DEB Primary School. This is a public school, an integrated school, one of the integrated schools in Kenya. The learners who are visually impaired are 58 and the learners who are sighted are 1,150. Madam Hasha visited our school sometimes and she saw some weird challenges as far as toilet facilities for the learners is concerned. So she went ahead and assisted us. She donated a toilet for the school and tanks for water.
project is a project funded through Women for Water Partnership with the Soroptimist of Kenya Union. It's one of the 7 counties where we're doing it, and it's one of the 14 toilet blocks we're doing countrywide. And we knew that girls have a problem when they have toilets, when they have their periods, and they need dignity to go to the toilet. So we did this toilet for the girls. It has a shower where if anything happens, the girl needs to clean herself. She can go to the shower room and clean herself, change her clothes, and go back to class. This project is important because, as you know, sanitation is dignity, and it also has rainwater, and water is life. So we did the water, we captured the rainwater. You can see the tank behind there. So this is to enhance the dignity. There's enough water for the students, and they have their food here so that they can always have food cooked here, and the children can come here and be fed. And even if they don't have water in their home, there's water in the school. So this is where the performance of this school has improved because of the improvement of the sanitation and the water supply.
Toilets were meant for the girls. We have challenges with the boys. The boys are complaining that we should not be thinking in terms of assisting the girls only. We should also think in terms of assisting the boys only. So we have boys who are visually impaired, we have boys who are sighted, but the facility provided by Madam Asha, compared to what we have, well, now they cannot match. I'm appealing to Madam Asha to at least think about the boy child who has been neglected for so long.
De vragen waarmee wij naar Kenia zijn gekomen, zijn voor ons beantwoord. Maar de oproep van de schooldirecteur aan Asha om ook de jongens van de blindenschool te helpen, onderstreept het dubbele gevoel waar ook wij mee worstelen. We hebben de meerwaarde van een organisatie als de Soroptimisten met eigen ogen gezien. Maar waarom vinden de Soroptimisten het nou zo belangrijk dat specifiek vrouwen een groep vormen en elkaar ondersteunen? Kunnen mannen hier dan geen enkele rol in spelen? En is het niet gewoon essentieel om mannen te betrekken in de strijd om gelijkheid?
Women have to stand together all the time. It doesn't matter at what level, even if it's at school, at work, women have to support each other because women all along in history have always been looked down as people who should not have a voice. But the civil society now has made sure that girls have a strong voice. And that is one danger we have reached now, that the girls have such a strong voice that the boys are feeling intimidated. So we still need to work hard and make sure that apart from just enabling women, we have to enable the boy child. Because when you enable a woman, you should be able to enable the whole family. And that's a very strong thing which we have noticed. And we are working very hard to work with the whole family and work with men. They may not be Soroptimists, but at least there'll be a network of people you can liaise, you can work with, and they can work with you hand to hand. The moment the men understand what you're doing, they will always be there to support you, they'll always be there to help you, and it's a very important thing. We should not just decide women on our own, we are okay. We have to have everybody. We have to have gender representation, we have to be there, we have to acknowledge the biological makeup of human beings and really respect one another. I have to tell every woman, every girl, the world is open to you. The sky, not in the sky is your limit. Above the sky, you can go anywhere. God has created you with a brain, made you beautiful. Just look at yourself, have confidence, and work smart. Don't work hard, but just work smart. This I would encourage every girl, every woman to try and give to the society, and the society will always give back to you, and God will always bless your path.